Do a check, Baba Shah. Do a check, Baba Shah. Is it live now? All praise to the Most High, man. Look at my point, Yashua. All right, through the Spirit, man, having a bit of technical difficulties. Of course, man, the affliction, the adversity that happens, right? Certain Shabbats, man, we just got to push through. As vexing as it is, man, right? It's fitting for the lesson, man. That vexation is the same thing that Lot went through, okay? So we're running back. Pride has been declared for a whole month, man. And this pride is basically lasciviousness, man. It's basically going into inordinate and natural, unnatural affection, man, right? Going against the Most High, man, hey, face to face. And so we're going to cut this thing down, man. Hey, Sodom and Gomorrah has been resurrected in this kingdom that we know and call America, man, right? And this thing is a problem. It's on your social medias. It's on your phones, man. It's on your radio. It's on your TVs. It's on your cartoons, right? These things are propagated to brainwash your children and your husbands and your wives to make them contrary to righteousness. You got to fight back. And what's happening right now is nothing short of what happened in the last days, in the previous days, and what will happen in the last days, man. You're going to see a lot of people getting cut down, just like you saw them get cut down in previous days. Hey, this thing is set to happen on earth again. The Lord is going to push out prophecy upon prophecy until all the inhabitants of the earth, and those who are found with quote-unquote pride, man, there's going to be a sword destruction. Let's jump right into this through the Spirit. Let's go to Genesis chapter 19 and verse 1, and let's get ahead of this wicked kingdom, man. Hey, that we know as Sodom and Gomorrah, as Babylon, the great, man. And it's really not great, right, Kayal? It is really not anything to ponder upon, man, to wonder about. But as the scripture said, a lot of people are going to be deceived in the last days, man. Even the elect, man. Almost even the elect, man, will have a hard time getting through this wickedness. Let's jump to the precepts. Genesis chapter 19, and let's start at verse 1.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 19 and verse 1. And there came two angels to Sodom at evening, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them. And he bowed himself with his face toward the ground.
So right off the bat, you have these angels, man, right? And this is nothing short of actual angels, man, right? And you know that they have the power to shapeshift in a sense, man. They can look just like you and me. They can look just like men on the earth. And these angels are what, ultimately? Messengers. Angels are messengers, man. They're of the Most High. They're here to deliver specific instructions, even specific information per se of who? The Most High God, man. Right? Let's keep reading.
Verse 2, and he said, Behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early to go on your ways. And they said, Nay.
What did they say?
And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the street all night. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered into his house, and he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. But before they lay down, the man of the city, even the man of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every corner.
So you have right here what's happening. Before they lay down, the men of the city, the men of this wicked kingdom, these sodomites, man, these people who have inordinate affection, man on man and woman on woman, right? The young and old, they came about this house. Compass means they surrounded the house. All right. To encompass something means that you're basically closing in on it. Right? Read.
Verse 5, and they called unto Lot and said unto him, We are the men which came in to thee this night, Bring them out unto us, that we may know them.
What did they say?
Bring them out unto us, that we may know them.
And we may know them isn't talking about, hey, how you doing? That we may know them isn't talking about a meet and greet. When it goes into bring them out, that we may know them, well, what do you think is going on right here? It's everything that you don't want to think is going on right here. That's what's happening. It's the inordinate lust in the burning of the flesh that's happening in this verse. Let's go to Genesis chapter 4. Let's turn to the book of Genesis chapter 4. And let's get the understanding on this. Bring them out so we may know them. Read this from the top.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 4 verse 1.
Bring it out.
And Adam knew Eve his wife.
Say it again.
And Adam knew Eve his wife.
What did Adam do?
And Adam knew Eve his wife.
He knew his wife. Read.
And she conceived and bare Cain.
And when he knew her, i.e. laid down with her, that conception, right? She was pregnant. She was made pregnant, right? Read.
And said, I have gotten a man from the Lord.
What did she say?
I have gotten a man from the Lord.
Because the Lord set up husband and wife. Read.
And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground and offering unto the Lord.
Read.
And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock, and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain and his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wrong, and his countenance fell.
And that's what we're going into, man. When you go against the Lord and you're reprimanded for your actions and you just want to do what you want to do, that pride will make you get angry. You think you can fight with the Most High. You get wroth with the Lord's judgment, that he doesn't have respect for your inordinate, wicked lust, man. For the fact that you think your pride, it supersedes the Most High, man. This is the, that Cain spirit is on all those pride people, man. They're wroth with the Most High, man. Right? Let's jump down to Genesis chapter 4, verse 16, same chapter. Let's go to verse 16. Read this.
Verse 16. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of God on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife.
What did Cain do?
And Cain knew his wife. And she conceived and bare Enoch. And he builded a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch. So
when you know someone, that's another biblical way of saying you're having relations with them on a sexual and intimate manner, man. Right? You're going in unto them, man. Right? So when these brothers came up to Lot in his household, right? Bring these men out that came in to sit with you, that we may know them, Lot. Well, hey, everybody understood what they meant, man. Everybody understood that there was some sort of wicked lust that this person just couldn't get around, man. Right? That this person just couldn't hold on to, man. Right? Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 9, Bible shop. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, and let's start at verse 9. This is the issue, man. A lot of people having a heart to be rebellious towards the Most High, even in June. June is a declarated month, right? Where now the world propagates you to rebel against the Lord openly, man. To rebel against the ordinance of the Most High openly, right? And don't get it twisted. Pride is going to die, man. Pride is going to die on sword destruction. Keep reading, kid.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 9.
Read out.
Woe to him that striveth with his maker.
Say it again.
Woe to him that striveth with his maker.
Woe unto him that striveth with his maker. Read.
Let the posture strive with the postures of the earth. Shall the clay say to him that fashioned, what makest thou? Or thy work, he hath no hands.
Shall the clay talk to the Most High like you talk to a man on earth?
Why you do this? What you doing? Why you make the trees? Why you give me this child? Why you make me straight? Why you make me this way? Shall you keep putting up dukes with the Most High? We talked about this last night, right, brothers? Read.
Woe to him that saith unto his father, what begettest thou? Or to the women, what hast thou brought forth?
Read.
Thus saith the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, and his Maker. Ask me of things to come concerning my sons, and concerning the work of my hands, command ye me.
The Lord says,
Hey, if you that bad, make me do it. Command me to do something. Right? Hey, if you move and stuff like that, make me move. And that's the spirit of pride, man. They curse God to his face, man. They say there is no God. If there was God, why is there destruction in the earth? Why are the babies hungry? Right? Y'all remember that sheet of man? If there's God, why is so much going on? And like she was just pleading a fruitless cause, man. We have to remember that this thing that's going on right now is the burning of flesh. The burning of flesh is the lust that has no limit to its appetite, man. Let's get there to Romans chapter 1, Bible chapter 24. Let's go to the book of Romans, and let's get the classic, man. Chapter 1, and let's talk about it. Verse 24. Bring this up. Hey, remember, you all have to keep your ears and your eyes away from these things, man, during these times of declared wickedness, man. It's no different than Christmas. It's no different than Thanksgiving. It's no different than Easter. You have to keep your eyes, your ears, and your heart away from these declared wicked, atrocious acts against the Most High, man. Read.
This is the book of Romans chapter 1, verse 24. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves.
What are they doing in Pride Month?
To dishonor their own bodies between themselves.
Read.
Who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen.
Read.
For this cause God gave them up to vile affections, for even their women did change their natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the women, burn in their lust.
What is it?
Burn in their lust.
What is Pride Month?
Burn in their lust toward another. Man with man working their wishes unseemly.
And that was what was going on in that wicked time in all those 5 cities, right? Sodom and Gomorrah included. It was men working men, man. Hey, don't even want to say that, man. Women working women, man. Read.
Receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was weak.
The error is what's going on right now. A lot of people are in error. Read.
And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge.
What is Pride Month?
And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge.
Read.
God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient.
And it's not convenient to sin against the Most High. It's nothing you should wink at when you're sinning against the Most High, man. You shouldn't take it like that when you wake up in the morning, your heart is stuck on doing off things. You just off. That's just me. The Lord made me this way. You just counted for nothing, man. Jake is spotted of man and woman right now, man. Because at the drop of a dime, you make an excuse for your wickedness to sit in and keep reading.
Verse 29. Being filled with all righteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy,
right?
Murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whispers.
And this is gone. But we're going to hang our hat right here on fornication, man. And on idolatrous, wicked, lustful, burning in your heart acts, man. Where you just can't stop, man. You just can't stop, man. Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 23. Let's go to the book of Sirach and start at verse 16. The Lord's not dealing with the one who uses, my passion or my pride. This is just who I am. to offend and be an abomination on the earth. Bring this out.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 23, verse 16.
Read up.
Two sorts of men multiply sin.
Say it again.
Two sorts of men multiply sin.
Read.
And a third will bring wrath.
What is the third? Read.
A hot mind is as a burning fire.
A hot mind. And that's going into the lust that's just burning continually. Your mind is hot. Hey, what is call them in the world? You're flaming. You're flaming, man. Read.
It will never be quenched.
It will what?
It will never be quenched.
Read.
Till it be consumed. A fornicator in the body of his flesh will never cease till he have kindled a fire.
A fornicator, and this is a beautiful scripture, in the body of his flesh, man. You'll never stop until the Lord sends brimstone upon your own head, man. Until he brings destruction upon you. Until the Lord has to make you a pillar of salt, man. You just won't let off. Because in your heart, those things were meant for you to do. And we just read that, man, right? You won't let off from wickedness. Let's go back to Genesis chapter 19, right? And that's what Lot was up against. Hey, everybody else thought those was just two normal Jake. Lot saw that these were angels, man. He bowed down himself before them. Hey, come in and eat with me. Let me make you a feast. Let me give you some unleavened bread, right? And then these wicked men, man, right? They come in, right? Bring out the guys you just let in your house, Lot, man. Hey, bring them to me. Give me Genesis 19, verse 6, Bible shot. Bring this up.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 19, verse 6. And Lot went out at the door to them.
And Lot went out, read.
And shut the door after him.
Read.
I said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, now I have two daughters, which have not known man.
Wait a minute. Read verse 7 again and read it slow, read it clear. Bible shot.
And said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly.
And this is how you know when it says, I want to know them, that it's not just going into a handshake, right? Lot said, don't do this wicked thing that's upon your heart, which is what's upon millions of people's hearts today, man. Hey, you got to understand something, Salaki. You got to understand something, right? What were we about to do this morning, brothers? What were we headed to do, brothers?
Proud of you.
Say it again.
Proud of you.
We were going to do a pride rebuke where?
At the pride parade.
At the pride what?
The pride parade.
At a pride parade. Also a part of what's called a pride fest. Who got to him before we got to him?
The Most High God.
Who got to him before we got to him? The Most High got to him before we got to him. I'm talking thunderstorms, the tempest, the wind, the rain, the lightning, the thunderings. Not today. Say it again, brother. What the Lord say? Not today, man. And the event planners and the organizers, hey, they sent out an update. We postponed it to 2026. Hey, they're counting the cost, man. They think that they have a whole nother year left, man. Hey, I imagine 10,000 of those sodomites will get cut down within the next 2 months, man. I imagine 50,000 won't even make it to 2026, man. Because you're playing with fire, man. Your fire is burning, and you're going to turn into ash because of that fire, man. It's going to consume you, man. Right? Lot said, don't do wickedly, man. Right? It's a wicked act to use something. Hey, they even take the rainbow, man. How do you take the Lord's covenant, man? Right? And propagate it with pride, man. Read.
Behold, now I have two daughters which have not known man.
Wow. Now, hey, pause right here. Anybody raise your hand if you're going to send your daughters outside to a bunch of sodomites who are raging and burning in their lust? Nobody's hand raised. You see that? Where y'all righteousness at? What's going on? Nobody hand raised. What happened? Yeah, hey, are y'all gonna let the angels get taken? So this is this is deep right here, right? Is it not deep right here, man? I don't know one Jake, I damn sure don't know one Eve who will say, hey, I got daughters. They ain't never been with nobody. Read that account.
Behold, now I have 2 daughters, which have not known man.
Which have not known man, read.
Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes.
Who would do that? Who's serving the Lord like that? Who on that level? Read.
Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof.
Only to these men don't touch them, man. Look, I got some beautiful daughters right here, man, you know. Take them. What happened?
And they said, stand back.
They said, we don't want them, man. Get out the way. Get out the way, man. They had that jailhouse spirit on them, man. Stand back, Mike. I don't want them women. What do you mean? Read.
And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn.
Uh-huh.
And he will needs to be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them. And they pressed sword upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door.
So this thing was getting out of hand, man. Right? It was becoming a riotous situation. And anybody ever seen one of those pride parades, and you seen any of the brothers stand out there rebuking, it turns riotous after a while, man. They start to get mad, man. They'll come saying love everybody, and they'll come with their little flags, and we love everyone, and we want you to respect us. But as soon as you say, God hates you, hey man, they say, I hate you too. That love goes out the window, and hey, you're gonna have a whole group of sodomites trying to rush you, man. Trying to, break down your doors, man. Right? Pause on that. Bring this up.
But the man put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them,
The angels pulled Lot back into the house, read.
and shut to the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness.
They did what?
And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness,
Read.
both small and great,
Both small and great, read.
so that they wearied themselves to find the door.
Uh-huh.
And the man said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides, son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place.
So the angel said, you know what? That was all I needed to see. If you got anybody here that you care about that pertains to your house, gather them up, man. Why do they need to gather them up? Read the next verse.
And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-laws, which married. Oh, sorry.
Verse 13.
Verse 13. For we will destroy this place.
Say it again.
For we will destroy this place.
Gather up all of what you have, for we're going to cause a calamity like never before. Read.
Because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord.
Before the face of who?
Before the face of the Lord. And the Lord has sent us to destroy it.
The Lord sent the angels to proclaim this judgment, man. So you have to understand, brothers, y'all have to understand, sisters, y'all have to understand that you're not going unchecked or unnoticed. Someone's keeping tabs on you, man. Somebody's keeping tabs on you, man. And what's even worse, they're bringing it before the face of the Lord, man. You're being watched like never before, man. Let's get an account of these angels, man, right? Let's go to the book of Luke, Bible Charles. Let's go to the book of Luke, right? Chapter 1. And let's start at verse 5. Luke chapter 1, and let's start at verse 5. Bring this up. He's watching you, man. And that iron pen is jotting down a lot of things upon man's behalf, man. Read.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 1 and verse 5.
Pick it up.
There was in the days of Herod, the king of Judea, a certain priest named Zacharias, of the course of Abiah. His wife was of the daughters of Aaron, and her name was Elizabeth. And they were both righteous before God.
What were they?
And they were both righteous before
And
God,
that's what we need to be, read.
walking in all the commandments and ordinances of the Lord blameless. And they had no child, because that Elizabeth was barren. And they both were now well stricken in years.
Right, read.
And it came to pass that while he executed the priest's office before God in the order of his court, according to the custom of the priest's office, his lot was to burn incense when he went into the temple of the Lord.
Read.
And the whole multitude of the people were praying without at the time of incense.
And all the people were praying without, meaning they were on the outside praying while this particular thing was happening with the ordinance and the incense. Read.
And there appeared unto him an angel of the Lord.
What appeared?
And there appeared unto him an angel of the Lord,
And what was he doing?
standing on the right side of the altar of incense.
So a lot of times these angels will look like you and me. A lot of times these angels, hey, if you know, man. The Most High sends his people down for the purpose of his own will to be done. Read.
And when Zacharias saw him, he was troubled, and fear fell upon him.
And fear fell upon him. But what happened? Read.
But the angel said unto him, Fear not.
What did the angel say?
Fear not.
For if you keeping the commandments, brethren, if you're keeping the commandments, family, right, following the ordinance of the Most High, right, having faith, leaving off of sin, hey, fear not when you see these holy hosts, man. They're more than likely they're on your behalf, man. They're more than likely there to give instructions. Read.
Fear not, Zacharias, for thy prayer is heard.
For thy what?
For thy prayer is heard.
Because y'all have to consistently and continually be in prayer and be in righteousness in these last days. That's why we say keep your ears and your eyes from these things, man. Read.
Thy wife, Elizabeth, shall bear thee a son,
And I'm going to give you your child. Read.
and thou shalt call his name John.
Now, did he not come bringing a message? That's what the angels are instructed to do, man. Or they're instructed to do this. Let's go to Numbers chapter 22 and verse 21. Let's go to the book of Numbers chapter 22. Right? And let's start at verse 21 about the shop. So what you have here is a causation of the Most High's will being done through his holy host. All right? The causation is his will. The will goes into what? Prophecy. The prophecy is lived out through you. So if anybody wants to go against that, you were ordained to think you could, just to be destroyed, man. Right? You were set up for what they call the okie doke, man. You're getting set up, man. Right? Read.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 22, verse 21. And Balaam rose up in the morning and saddled his donkey and went with the princes of Moab. And God's anger was kindled because he went. And the angel of the Lord stood in the way.
Wait a minute, what did the angel do?
And the angel of the Lord stood in the way for an adversary against him.
For an adversary against him. Now you have one portion of the angels coming to bring that message, right? And you could have them angels coming to cut you down. Read.
Now he was riding upon his donkey, and two servants were with him. And the donkey saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand.
What was in the angel's hand?
And his sword drawn in his hand. And the donkey turned aside out of the way and went into the field. And Balaam smote the donkey to turn her into the way.
Read.
But the angel of the Lord stood in the path of the vineyards, a wall being on this side and a wall being on that side.
So the angel of the Lord will prevent you. The angel of the Lord will cut you down. And you don't want an angel to be sent by the Most High, sword drawn in his hand, right? With contention upon his heart against you. If you're not meditating on the things that you should be meditating on, you like drifting off, you like going this way and going that way, a 5 minutes to the Lord is too much for you. And you might not be righteous, man. You might need to check your spirit. If 5 minutes, 10 minutes is too much to pray, read, do something righteous, and not be in contention or hate or strife, you may need to check the demons that you're walking with, man. You might need to check your heart, man. Right? Let's keep reading. Let's go. Matter of fact, let's drop that. Let's go to Proverbs 16:5, right? And that inordinate lust and being prideful or proud in your heart, this is what the Lord says those angels will be used for, right? Let's go to Proverbs chapter 16 and let's go to verse 5. Bring us up.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 5. Everyone that is proud in our heart is an abomination to the Lord.
Say that one more time.
Everyone that is proud in the heart is an abomination to the Lord.
If you're proud or prideful, you're in your pride for lust of man on man and woman on woman, that is an exact abomination to the Most High. Read.
You shall not be unpunished.
And though hands your people that you say you love, I love her. And you're a woman or you're a man talking about you love him, smooching and holding hands, right? You're going to be destroyed. Let's go to Matthew chapter 15 and verse 3. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 15, and give me verse 3, Bible shop.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
But he answered and said unto them, why do ye also transgress the commandment of God by your tradition?
Say that again.
But he answered and said unto them, why do ye also transgress the commandment of God by your tradition?
Why are you transgressing the commandment of the Lord by your tradition? Why do you think that's something that's okay to do based off of, if you look up online, it says 50 years of pride in Memphis. We're celebrating 50 years of pride in Memphis. These are traditions of men that have to be cast down. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 28. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah chapter 28. As we're running a little short on time, we're going to get ready to wind down. Jeremiah 28 and start at verse 14. Jeremiah 28 and start at verse 14. Bring us up.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 14. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, I have put a yoke of iron upon the neck of all these nations.
Of all these nations, read.
That they may serve Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon. And they shall serve him, and I have given him the beasts of the field also.
And the Lord, the beasts of the field also are those nations, those wicked people. Those wicked people, right? The Lord has set kings over these wicked people, man. He's given yokes of iron to sin amongst all these people who want to remain inordinate. Read.
Then said the prophet Jeremiah unto Hananiah, the prophet, hear thou, Hananiah, the Lord hath not sent me.
And Hananiah, you over here telling us that the yoke is not on us. Well, the Lord says different. So Hananiah, you're not a prophet. These pride people are not your prophets telling you that, hey, you're going to be okay. We're going to pick this back up in 2026. Right? Read.
The Lord hath not sent thee, but thou makest this people to trust in a lie.
And when you rebel against the Lord and you trust in man, hey, you trusting in a lie. Let's go to Sirach chapter 25 and verse 1. Let's go to Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, right? Chapter 25, and let's start at verse 1. The Lord has no respect for your inordinate lust, man, and for the lies and traditions of men that you trust in. Read this.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 1. In three things I was beautified, and stood up beautiful both before God and man. The unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agree together.
Say the last part.
A man and a wife that agree together.
And the Most High is beautiful about saying that, right? Because nowhere in that fashion did you hear the Most High say, a man and a man, right, that know each other. You know what I'm saying? A woman and a woman, right, that are playing with embryos and signs and stuff, man. We're married, right? The Lord's not dealing with wickedness, man, right? A man and a woman is agreeable to the Most High. Y'all agree with that? Right? So any past lust or past things that you used to do in your life, man, you gotta let that thing go. If you're watching too much damn SpongeBob and that wicked, effeminate, burden earning spirit hits you, man. Parents, you gotta step it away, man. Hey, I'm just saying, they put it in the cartoons, man. Hey, cut the TV off, man. Take the tablet away, man. That's how this goes. Let's get these last precepts. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 17, Bible shop. Let's get the classic. What did the Lord say in the law? Whoever get it first. Deuteronomy 23 and verse 17. Bring it up.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 17.
Bring it out.
There shall be no whore with the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Nor who?
Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
This is very clear, Con. This is very clear that you should not be doing wickedness as it is an abomination unto the Most High. Let's go back to Genesis chapter 19, right? Let's go back to Genesis 19 and let's finish this account. Genesis 19 and let's start at verse 24, Bible shop.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 19, verse 24. The Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah, brimstone and fire.
What's coming to Pride Month?
Brimstone and fire.
What's coming to all the Pride people?
Brimstone and fire.
The Sodomites and those who enjoy this thing, you're going to get cut down. Keep reading.
From the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities and all the plains and all the inhabitants of the cities and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt.
And she became what?
And she became a pillar of salt.
Read.
And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace.
What's going to happen in Babylon?
The smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace.
What's going to happen to all the Pride Month individuals?
The smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace.
This is the portion of having pride and being proud. This is the portion of being wicked and contentious against the Most High. But with that, we're going to say Shabbat Shalom. We're going to hope everyone, pray everyone is keeping the Lord's Sabbath today, right? Being edified through the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Call Allah Yahweh. All praise to the Most High by Hashem Yahushai. In the name of His own God and Son. Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwam Yashua.
Kwam Yashua.